Hello and welcome. Today, you'll be learning about how the future of your Fusion application support experience is here. I'm Maz Songerwala, Senior Vice President of Application Service Excellence. This organization encompasses customer support and customer success for Oracle's cloud application portfolio. The service excellence concept is something which is prevalent across every organization at Oracle. We want to make sure that you, our customers, are receiving the best possible experience no matter where you are in your journey. Our intention is to make sure that by making you successful, you're able to realize business value from your cloud application investments. This is our mission, this is our vision, this is our charter, and this is our purpose. We realized that in the cloud, customer expectations are fundamentally different. In a traditional on-premise model, the support experiences are typically transactional in nature. That is, because customers have implemented technology in a particular way in their environments, the expectations on a technology partner or vendor were to answer questions when specific things were happening. In the cloud, customers are expecting a continuity of experience. That is, understand where I'm at in my journey, engage with me in a way that can allow you to bring knowledge to the table, understand what's happening in my environment, and help me through critical milestones, whether that's getting live successfully or consuming and continuing to innovate after you're live. This entire mindset actually drove a number of changes with how we organize our capabilities here at Oracle. A few years ago, we brought our customer support and customer success organizations into our development teams. The intention being to eliminate the artificial barriers that get in the way of being able to really swarm around customer questions and customer expectations. This allowed a different kind of conversation where we take what we are hearing from our clients through support tickets or conversations with customer success managers and bring that back to our development teams to improve the product, to improve the help, to shape what future roadmap priorities should be, and really get a service excellence mindset across the entire organization and not just within one team. This allows us to start thinking about how we invest not only today, but in the future, and really organize our investments under three major categories. First and foremost, a personalized experience. Understand me, understand what I'm trying to achieve, understand who's involved from my teams, whether they're in the business or in IT, understand what my business objectives are. You, Oracle, need to ensure that you're aligned every step of the journey with me because I'm putting my trust and faith in your cloud applications. So this particular element needs to be something not just in terms of when you're talking to an individual, but also in terms of how you're interacting with the application. Second major priority is being predictive. React to signals so that I don't have to, is what we hear from our clients. Look at what's happening in my environment and remediate before I actually have to tell you anything. Understand what patterns show up across industries or across specific business processes and help me get better at using your technology. And then finally, purposeful. Give me advice and counsel every step of the way. If I'm using your technology in a particular way, but my peers in the industry are using it in a better way, give me that counsel, give me that guidance. Provide me with things that I can use to improve my overall business. These dimensions really are what customers are expecting from us and ultimately will shape not only how we build our products, but how we show up in front of you. So this begs the question, what is this journey? Journeys we usually start with making a decision around a particular technology, an expectation around onboarding, helping plan for a successful implementation, getting through a successful go live, really driving adoption of the features and functionality that you aligned your business decisions around in the first place, and then ultimately achieving those business objectives. So much like a lot of companies in the industry, we really want to make sure that at each step of the journey, we're providing a differentiated experience to our clients through engagement, understanding what we should be measuring collectively, what does business success look like, governance and planning. How do we come together in an effective way where we can really drive meaningful progress, ensure a successful implementation, ensure a good handoff to when we're going live, aligning appropriate teams, our systems integrators, customer teams, Oracle teams, the user community, and getting to a point where when you're successfully using the technology, you can tangibly see value being delivered. That is, you're able to run payroll 50% faster. You're able to close your books faster. You're able to recruit talent faster. Whatever those business objectives are, how do we take how you're using the technology and map it to the KPIs and business metrics that matter to you? Optimization. As you're live, your business will evolve. How are you making sure that the technology evolves with you? For example, mergers and acquisition. If you've acquired a company, understanding how your particular cloud application now needs to address this new landscape is how you optimize how you use the technology. And then finally, innovation. Once you're successful in using features and functionality, there's so much innovation coming out on a quarterly basis. How can you now continue your digital transformation? So at every step of the way, our clients have come to us and said, show me that you have an engagement that is high touch, highly intimate, and understand what I'm trying to achieve. And this is how we've really pivoted towards a future of a service excellence mindset and a service excellence experience. In each of these phases, we have tangible deliverables which are delivered by named resources so that you can ensure that your implementation is successful and how you manage and operate in the cloud is successful. Starts with activation and provisioning, doing so in a self-service manner to ensure that you're up and running and able to start implementing and designing as fast as possible. It's then the phase of creating a customer success plan. What does success look like at each phase? Not just the end state, but during implementation, during a user acceptance test, during a go live. This is a living and breathing document. Operational best practice guidance. What should you be doing? What are others doing? What can we learn from the peer community? Ongoing business reviews so that we can track all of the different commitments and expectations. And then finally, when live, show me that this is actually delivering value. This is all delivered by our customer success manager, an individual who is assigned to each of our customers in the product category, for example, ERP, and stay with you throughout your implementation, past a successful go live, and then help you not only with operational success, that is successfully being able to manage and operate in the cloud, but also business success, i.e., what other features and functionality could you be using to unlock more value? Similarly, there's an expectation of engaging with support. This transactional mindset of just opening up ticket, closing a ticket, and moving on cannot be what the support experience is in the cloud. Implementation is where a lot of the efforts around transforming business process actually take place. Making sure that your support teams that you're working with on a day-to-day basis understand that, understand the context, have a named resources you can engage with to get through successful milestones is paramount. Business process monitoring. When you're running payroll, when you're closing your books, expectations are that Oracle will provide that level of monitoring to remediate issues if any pop up. And then finally, just ongoing technical support about how do I use your technology better? How do I configure it? How do I set up in a different way? So we realized that we wanted to not only make sure that they were tangible deliverables, but we had to deliver in a way that was tied to your journey with a high touch model. So in support, we will talk a little bit about how we're doing that, especially during implementation. However, let's start with this notion of a success plan. This is critical. As a business case is developed to understand how a cloud application can enable a specific set of outcomes, it's important to always be thinking about what does success look like? How does, in this case, Oracle align to what success looks like? Make sure that this is something that the governance model that you've put in place, how you engage across teams, can actually be used as the major banner of what good and great would ultimately be. And this is where, from a customer success perspective, we make sure that we're taking your original business case, we're mapping it to each phase of your project, what should success look like, evolving it as needed, and this becomes somewhat the loosely defined contract by which we determine how are we doing. This is something that our customers are finding extreme value in because it really helps make sure that we're tracking the appropriate elements for the appropriate phases, understand where there's gaps and deficiencies, address those gaps and deficiencies, and ensure you feel that you have good advocacy within Oracle to meet your business objectives. Similarly, we get asked a lot about how are you going to help me during implementation? And this is an area where we believe we're differentiated. That is, once a customer's made a decision to go with an Oracle Cloud application, we put together a virtual team of product support experts led by an implementation support lead who work with your systems integrator and your IT and business teams throughout the implementation. This team meets regularly with your key stakeholders to ensure that for every milestone, critical support tickets are being progressed, any blockers are being addressed, understand how your project is evolving, and build that intimacy as needed. In fact, this is an area where this same team takes your support tickets so that there's a continuity of experience. You're working with the same people on a regular basis. This team stays engaged throughout your implementation, past a successful go live, and only when you're comfortable that now you're able to successfully run your business with Oracle Cloud applications does this team roll off. We've heard tremendous feedback from our customers about how this team has become a critical part of the overall success of projects and really helps navigate and address any things that may pop up during the implementation, including an escalation point for issues which may pop up that may be impacting how your milestones are executing. The inevitable question is what happens after go live? Well, in this case, our monitoring kicks in where we're starting to look at what's happening in your environment. And should we see anything untoward, we have automation which will automatically trigger an assignment of a proactive support lead to get you back to a stable state. This can happen as your business evolves, as specific events occur within your business and how you use the application. So throughout the journey, from a support standpoint, we're trying to drive a lot more intimacy and knowledge and higher touch engagement across the entire landscape. Once you're live, it now is all about, did I get business value? And this is a conversation which is critical not only to address current needs, but also engaging key stakeholders in other parts of your business which may not have made the decision yet to go to cloud. And this is where our value adoption assessments kick in. These are tangible deliverables which map how you're using the product, how you're actually comparing against your peers, and how can we map these to whether the specific business metrics that you care about in the first place for going to cloud are successfully being achieved. This is an ongoing dialogue because value as a concept ultimately will evolve. If your initial use cases were faster payroll, what are the next set of things you should start measuring, which will show tangible business impact to your employees, your shareholders, and your stakeholders? So this particular area is one where we're seeing a lot of interest around an industry mindset. How are others in my vertical doing? What should I be considering across other products? And again, an area where our customer success managers can deliver that in a way that can be addressed specifically for your business needs. So to summarize, we really want to be your partner for business success in the cloud. Starts with a personalized experience. Know me, know my environment. Oracle, you need to be with me every step of the way. Be proactive. Measure the things that I expect you to measure and remediate them before I have to tell you. And then finally, help me realize value. Show me what else I could be doing with your technology. How can I get even better with my digital transformation? Ultimately, your success is our success. So thank you for listening. I hope you take away from this that we're extremely passionate about transforming ourselves to better meet your expectations in the cloud. We continue to focus on areas where we're going to get better and better. And this is really a commitment that we hope you see in ensuring your success with Oracle Cloud. Thank you very much.